The NFL is still dominant and will continue to be, but they're making a mistake. We'll discuss. YouTube officially in the NFL telecast business. ESPN DTC announced. What do we think? Plus, a lot of your questions and ours. And a call for the ages at the Preakness.
Oh my goodness! Journalism has won the Preakness Stakes in a performance like you read about.
Everybody loves sports media. I'm Andrew Marchand. He's John Meterparel. Last week, I was at the upfronts all week, going to every network and platform, and everybody has NFL, I think.
Yeah, I think they do. I'm very intrigued by this. You're like a modern day, I don't know. You're like a Dick Ebersol now. You're everywhere, these upfronts.
I don't know about that, but Ebersol, that's a very nice comparison. One of the legends of sports media, but it felt like that. I felt like I was at every one. I think Ebersol back in the day was just leading them. We'll get into NBC. They had Michael Jordan at Ebersol's back in the day, and then we'll lead off the questions talking about the NFL, and we'll get into these are the places that will have NFL games this upcoming season. John, CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN, Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, Peacock.
I noticed ICTV wasn't on that list. Probably
ICTV, I think in college television. Maybe next year. If they can come up with 100 mil, they'll do it.
Oh, well, just you and Ravitch can donate that. But I'm intrigued by this. We got to get into this. I got the Pats going 11-6. Went through my schedule.
And speaking of IC, I got the local news on after Oklahoma's big win on Sunday over Denver in Game 7, and not really paying attention. Look up Bob Iger, Ithaca College, giving the commencement speech, and then David Muir surprised him. Wonder why? Showing up to give the to introduce him, and very interesting. That would be in the middle of the news. I have a feeling I didn't check out CBS's or NBC's local news in New York, but it made the ABC local news. Maybe a coincidence. Maybe it's owned by Disney.
Yeah, I'm stunned by that. Pretty soon it's just going to be Bob Iger College.
There we go. Well, it should be. We got some big news to announce. Our next WSC off the record event. The commissioner of the NHL, Gary Bettman, really excited to talk to the commissioner on June 3rd. Midtown, you can sign up in the show notes or the email that you received. You'll see the link to show up. Gary Bettman, June 3rd, had great events with Jimmy Pitaro and Rick Cardella previously. As always, we're sponsored by WSC Sports, asset management capabilities. If you're not using asset management capabilities, I don't know what you're doing. If you already use WSC Sports or you don't, you can use it. No extra cost for all clients, old and new. No longer do you need to juggle or pay for multiple tools to complete your content workflow. Always important. I know with you, you love that content workflow to be in one place. It all happens in one place. But, yes. Speaking of which, I got Meterparel sends cuts. We got him. He was texting him. I said, could you email him? We're almost there to getting him to sending it to the Marchand Sports Media at Gmail account and not my personal account. We're almost there. We're like one step away from me. So maybe you need WSC Sports Media, bro. I'll hook you up. I'll set you up with them. You could get your workflow going. But go to WSC Sports in the show notes. Click the link, yellow demo, and tell them Marchand sent you. We're twice a week podcast on Thursday. John Oran for his monthly visit.
All right. Well, let's start out with your leadoff hitter, Andrew Marchand. What's up?
My what's up is sports on television. We talked about the upfronts. I was at all of them almost last week, and every single one featured sports, starting with the NFL, their king, but be it if I was at NBC, which is a lot of NBA, of course, ABC, Disney. Disney was like all Peyton Manning. Eli Manning was like the whole thing. They were the stars of the show and the focus and the lead. CBS doesn't do them anymore, but if they did, they would, I'm sure they would have led with the NFL. Amazon, Netflix. Netflix only has the two games. They were at the end, but still they had Roger Goodell in a Santa uniform. So overall, YouTube, of course, we had the big announcement, the story we had previously that they were going to have their the second game of the season from Brazil. It's going to be Chiefs and the Chargers. They also, of course, had their big announcement. So NFL everywhere, sports everywhere. You used to go to these things back in the day, 20 years ago, and sports would be just a little bit. Now there's the feature attraction at all of these.
Used to be Melrose Place, and the NFL was an afterthought. But
You were definitely a huge Melrose Place guy, 100%.
All right, my what's up, Larry Collins. We got a taste of it at the beginning of the show, but he had a fantastic finish call on NBC as the track announcer at the Preakness.
And he has moved up on the far outside. Journalism is still running on. He's back into second. He might even win it. Here's the wire. Oh my goodness! Journalism has won the Preakness Stakes in a performance like you read about.
What a great moment for Larry Collins, a guy who replaced the legend in Dave Johnson. He's come up through the ranks. He's worked hard. He used to be at Suffolk Downs in Boston. We knew him when, but now he is a singular voice on all their Triple Crown broadcasts. He must have gotten out of his chair based on that ending call. I don't blame him. He's clearly matched the moment. That's not an easy position. I've never called a horse race in my life. I can only imagine how difficult it is. You need a really good spotter, or maybe you just need good binoculars. Either way, he got the job done, and that's a call that will go down in history as one of the greatest in horse racing history.
Yeah, it was amazing. And journalism. I mean, we're happy for journalism. Journalism is on the way up. Those listening for free to continue, go to andrewmarchand.com to upgrade. We're going to have John Orand on Thursday. We're going to get into more into the NFL, Michael Jordan, and we have a million of your questions. So upgrade andrewmarchand.com.